my name is Prembada and welcome you all to Pathshala Education. And in today's session, we are going to start with chapter number 15, that is air around us. So in this chapter, we are going to study about, as you can see in the name itself, that we are going to talk about the air in this chapter. Yes, so let's begin with the chapter. We can't see air. Can you? No, I also can't. We cannot see air at all. But we can feel its presence in so many ways. But अगर हवा चलती है तो हमें feel होती है. But we can't see air from our own eyes. For example, rustling of trees. Rustling of trees मतलब जब बहुत तेज हवा चलती है तो आपको आवाज सुनाई पड़ती है leaves के हिलने की. So when leaves they come together and start moving, so they rub against each other. So that is why we hear the sound of rustling. So that is what is rustling of tree leaves. Or clothesline sway. When you put your clothes on, on a rope outside your house to, make it dry, तो क्या होता है, हवा चलती है तो कपड़े भी हिलते हैं. Also, pages of open book fluttering when the fan is on. जब आप फैन ऑन कर देते हैं, आप देखते हैं बुक के पेजेस भी आगे आगे जा रहे होते हैं. As you can see in the animation, the first animation is about the rustling of leaves. And second one is the fluttering of the book. Also, winnowing is a process to separate sand and sawdust in moving air. So we did this process of winnowing in which we separated sand and sawdust. I hope you remember that when you hold a plate or anything, when you put sand and sawdust on a plate, and you hold it on your shoulder level and you tilt it a little bit. जब थोड़ा सा आगे को tilt कर देते हैं, but on one condition कि आप जिस जगह पे खड़े हैं वहां पे हवा चलनी चाहिए. So when you tilt it a little bit and you try to separate it, तो sand will fall directly straight on the ground. Sand तो सीधी गिर जाएगी, but sawdust being lighter, sawdust कैसी होती है? Light होती है. Among sand and sawdust, sand is heavier and sawdust is lighter. So sawdust being lighter will blow away with the wind. Yes, so that is how we separated sand with sawdust. So you know that this process also requires air, moving air. Yes. Now during storms, wind blows at a very high speed. It even uproot trees. जब storm आता है तो हवा की speed क्या रहती है? It moves really fast. हम उसको storm बोलते हैं. तो we call it as storm. And you saw maybe in some videos or in the news also that it have the tendency to uproot trees. जड़ से उखाड़ देती है trees को, and it can also damage the property. Yeah. Now rotating firki with moving air. One of the examples is rotating firki. अब we will see what firki is. Also, weathercock showing direction with moving air in which it is moving. Also, एक weathercock होता है, हम उसको stick पे place करते हैं, and the weathercock with the direction it moves in the direction of the air. Now, here is activity number 1. It's a very small activity. In this particular activity, you have to make a firki. In activity 1, you have to make a firki using a piece of paper. It can be multicolored also. It is up to you. I guess you have made the firkis at your hometown also, or maybe wherever you are living with your friends. So this is how firki looks. इसमें as you can see that you can use different colors of paper and you can fold it and place it in and you can place a small stick in the middle of a firki so that a firki can rotate freely. आपने उसको paste नहीं करना है firki को stick पे. You just have to place it either with a pin so that the gap remains in between the stick and the pin. आपका firki जो है वो rotate करना चाहिए freely. Got it? So now what will happen जब आप ये फिरकी लेके हवा में जाएंगे? When you start moving upwards, for example, I am holding one फिरकी in my hand. जब मैं आगे की तरफ जाऊंगी और if I am running towards the front, opposite to the direction of an air, एयर सामने से आ रही है एंड मैं एयर के ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में भाग रही हूं विद द फिरकी, तो यू विल सी दैट द फिरकी रोटेट्स, ये रोटेट करेगी. सो दिस रोटेशन इज ऑल्सो डन बाय द मूविंग एयर. यस. Also another example we studied about the weathercock. So this is what is weathercock. Here you see a direction of an arrow on which a weathercock is placed. A cock is placed and this particular thing model shows the direction of an air. Air किस direction में move कर रहा है, जहां भी air move करेगा, this weathercock will move to that side. For example, if it is moving on the left, it will move to the left. If it is moving to the right, it will move to the right. So these are various examples for you to recognize if we have air around us or not. इन reasons से, इन चीजों से हमें पता लगता है कि air हमारे around है. So let's get deeper into this topic.